Ladies and gentlemen, YouTubers, welcome to another review. This time I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit of some facts about the Interceptor body armor vest. Before I even get started with any of the facts, I want to say that my words are not flawless. Obviously, like everybody else, I'm a person. I make mistakes. I have a lot of experience wearing these vests in very different situations, so I know a little bit about it, but that's all with military stuff. In the military, they tell you to put your vest on, and that's all they tell you. They don't tell you the specs about it. So I had to look up and research the specs on my own. If my sources were a little bit incorrect, well, then my informing you will also be a little bit incorrect, and I apologize in advance for that. I have done all the research I can, so I'm pretty sure that the facts that I'm going to give you are true. If you know something that I'm saying is not true, then by all means drop a comment, send me a message. I'll annotate it in there, and I'll appreciate that. But with all that out of the way, the Interceptor body vest was developed by a company called DARPA in the 1990s and put out by a few companies, mainly a company called Point Blank. They make tons of different kinds of armor, not only this that the military uses, but tons of different kinds Point Blank does. What you see here, and again I'm pointing with an asp, I have a review on it if you're curious, but just so I'm not all over the frame, what you see here is the original color in the three-colored woodland camouflage. They also had, for a very limited amount of time, a three-color pattern desert, which is really hard to find. At least the real stuff is hard to find. Along with being the original color, this is the original design. There is an upgraded design that actually holds side SAPI plates. Excuse me. I actually had that when I was deployed to Iraq, the newer version of the Interceptor, and it sucked. Everybody across the board hated it. It's just really heavy, hard to move in. You pretty much felt like a turtle. So much more accepted, much more liked by the military, at least the people that I know, is the original design Interceptor. Probably the only thing that is better on the newer version than this version is that there is a safety feature in the new one where there's a loop here that wraps a cord around all the way around your vest, and in an emergency, if you get shot and the bullet makes it through or hits a soft spot in the armor, you or a comrade can yank that, and pretty much your whole armor falls off your body, which is pretty cool. This doesn't have that, but not necessarily worth it in my opinion, in a lot of guys' opinion. As I stated, you're obviously looking at a three-color woodland. They have a rare, because they didn't make very many, three-color desert. What the Marine Corps uses now is a plain coyote color or tan color. Got one right here. You can see that. That's the size difference, is a small and a large, but that's the color that the Marine Corps uses now. Other colors, they have them in white, usually for VIPs. They have them in all black for FBI and SWAT and stuff like that. They'll use Interceptors in all black. Another color that the Army uses is the ACU pattern. That's their urbanized grayish looking camo you can find. But basically my point is that you can get them in bunches of different colors. This vest has two pockets for ballistic plates in the front and in the back, so you have protection for the front and the rear. It's up there. As far as ballistic plates go, all I have is mil spec. I'm in the military. You guys know that. This is a military spec. Everything. I'm not getting into the plates, but there's different levels. Research that on your own. If you're going to get armor for yourself, you don't necessarily need level 4, which is what I have, personal and military, but look at the different levels and get only what you need. The vest is woven with Kevlar KM2 fibers, providing extra strength against shrapnel, so that even where you don't have ballistic plates, if there's an explosion or something going on near you that is throwing things at you, it will still give you protection, all woven through the entire thing. According to DARPA, the designers and makers of this, even without ballistic plates, just on the Kevlar woven material, will actually stop a 124 grain full metal jacket 9mm bullet at 1400 feet per second with minimal deformation. That's basically how they test, is they check the deformation, they'll shoot, and they'll see how much of the inside actually goes in, which is what will impact your body. So those specs, a 9mm 124 grain, 1400 feet per second, The vest alone will actually will save your life from that without plates, which is very good to know. Other tests that DARPA released the results on this vest, they said that a bullet needs to be moving faster than 1,525 feet per second to have a 50% chance of breaking through the soft armor, which is provided all over, like I said, excluding the plates inside. So there's still protection even if you don't have plates. Not a lot, but some, because 1,525 feet per second isn't really that fast. Many bullets are going to do that, so keep that in mind. Like I said, for military and law enforcement spec stuff, you're going to have SAPIs front and back if you got the newer. You're going to have sides. Hopefully you don't, because like I said, it sucks. But those plates, those level 4 plates, ceramic plates, will stop a 7.62, which is an AK-47 round. That's traveling at 2,700 feet per second, 2,750 exactly, feet per second. They are constructed of boron carbon ceramic with a spectrodynamia shield backing that breaks down projectiles and harsh momentum. So big technical talk, but that's what they say. It's a special combination of materials that when you get shot, when a bullet hits it, it basically breaks down the bullet before it can get through and hit your body. It's still going to hurt. You're still going to get bruised, knocked down, the wind knocked out of you, but that bullet is not going to go through you and therefore most likely save your life. As far as size and weight, a medium vest, like I said, you're looking at a small here. I'll throw this on in the end so you can see it on a person. Not that I expect you guys haven't seen this on a person, but just for informational purposes. A medium weighs 16.4 pounds. That's with 2 plates. Breaking that down, your vest is going to weigh 8.5 pounds. Each plate is 4 pounds. So it's really not too heavy considering the amount of protection it gives you. If for whatever reason you're considering buying body armor for yourself or your family, whatever it might be, you might work in security and need a vest, and you're considering the Interceptor, take note. Some places, it's actually several parts. You've got your vest right here, as you see. You've got a throat protector. Behind it, you've got a neck protector. Down here, a groin protector. Obviously, you don't need them, but they're good to have. Some places will include them, other places will not. So check with your distributor that you're buying it from and see if the throat, the neck, and the groin protector are included or if you have to buy them separate. I don't even know if it really needs mentioning, but you have MOLLE attachments, webbing on the front and the back, so you can attach gear to it. I suggest that if you're going to be wearing this, you actually get a MOLLE vest that is sized to go over top of it. That way you can take it on and off. You don't have to worry about it. It's more of a pain in the butt to take that stuff on and on than it's really worth. But you have it on the front and the back. You see the back? A little bit there, not a whole lot. Mostly adjustment back there, but you've got it. So just some things to note, that you do have that capability with the Interceptor vest. You might be wondering where you could buy this, and there's a bunch of places you can. But you can go to military surplus stores. A lot of them will have older ones like this one. You might not be able to get the high-speed color ones, the straight black or the white or the ACU, depending where you are. But you might be able to get them. These are pretty common to find. You can also look around online for Interceptor. Make sure that you don't get like a little kid one. When I say little kid, I mean that might be stereotypical, but paintballers and stuff will wear these things. So they don't have the Kevlar woven material. If you take a bullet in that or shrapnel, it's going to go through it like butter. So take note where you buy it. Also, another thing you want to shop around for is the SAPI plates. You might find a website or a store that has a great deal on the vest, but their plates are outrageous, or the super outdated old, like 20-pound iron plates that they used to have. So shop around for everything individually, and you're going to get the best deal out of them. You need to weigh the price versus the usability of this. If you're on a budget, this is probably not something you're ever going to need to consider. If you have money to waste, or if you might really worry about getting shot, like that's a distinct possibility. Whether that be you planning for something going down in the future, a WROL situation, or like I said, your line of work might require you to have a vest, then it's worth the money. The military pays for one set of these, not this old super old one, but the modern ones, the new ones, guys deploying, they're $1,500 a set, including plates. Now that's 4 plates, and that's government contracting. Obviously, we know the government doesn't really shop around, but they're expensive. This right here, right now, today, is still going to cost you a couple $100. So make sure you're not just going to splurge and buy stuff because it looks cool. Only buy it if you need it. Alright guys, as promised, here's the vest on, so you can see what it looks like if for some reason you didn't know. Everything's all bundled up, groin protector, neck protector in the back, throat protector here, buttoned up, plate in the front, plate in the back. Pretty good mobility in it, lightweight. Gotta say it's a good vest to go to. There's newer vests, I'll review another newer one that I like more. My personal vest, still a mil-spec vest, but if you're on a little bit of a budget, not saying these things are cheap, you already know that, but could be a good option. Hope you guys liked the video. You guys can see my face in this video, first time. Whoa, don't get too scared. But let me know what you think. And again, like I said, if I said something that was incorrect, feel free to correct me. Hope you guys have a great day and enjoy the video.